EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Rodgers on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return. The Colts take over first and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards to pick up there. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second and 7, Fitzpatrick. Open man is Trey Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. His first carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days. Offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. The give to Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get into the end zone. A touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Powerful running. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Intercepted.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Buchanan down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
On the carry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
Colts 14, Seahawks 7.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. It was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about it.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run with Hines. And running with power here. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 23 yards to pick up there. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Fitzpatrick.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Phillip Dorsett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it.
On 2nd down, Moulton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So Wilson.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
With Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Blankenship out for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Colts 28, Seahawks 21. Rodrigo Blankenship.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Set on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.